graduated from Plfld in 2009. I was 16 when we went to the meeting with her doctor, where the doctor told us that without a transplant she had about a year to live. It was a really scary thing for me to hear. I was a 16-year-old girl thinking, you know, I'm going to graduate soon, I'm going to go to college, start a career, start a family, and I'm not going to have a mom. And I'm really close to my mom, so it was really hard for me to try to think about what my life would be like without a mom at that young age. And at the time, my sister was only 12 or 13, so I felt like I needed to take care of her, be responsible for making sure she was, you know, okay with everything, because my mom was just so sick, it was hard for her to keep up with everything. So over the next year, she was hanging in there. We were just waiting to see what was going to happen. So I was 17, I was a junior, and in March of that year, one of my friends who I had grown up with, Jordan House, she contracted a form of meningitis. She ended up on life support in the hospital for 25 days. When they knew she wasn't going to make it, they tried to direct donate her liver to my mom, but they weren't a close enough match. So her liver ended up going to a 68-year-old lady, and we've met her. She's wonderful, and she's healthy and alive because of Jordan. And she also donated both of her kidneys and her pancreas. And it's been a lot of comfort to her family to know that even though they lost Jordan, 4 people are alive because of her decision. So when my mom had her transplant, it was 2 months after that. It was right at the end of school. I spent the first couple weeks of summer in the hospital with my mom. And at that time, I still didn't really know what I wanted to do after high school. I thought about going to med school, but I just hadn't decided yet. And when I was in the hospital with her, I saw how the nurses really were the ones who affected her recovery. They were the ones giving her the medicine, making her comfortable, talking to her, answering her questions. And I realized that that's what I wanted to do. So I will graduate in a year and a half from nursing school. So I'll be a registered nurse. I'm not sure where I want to work yet, but my whole life, my whole future is based on what happened with my mom. Right now I'm working in the operating rooms at IU Hospital, so I spend every day at work in the same room where she had her transplant, so it's kind of a cool thing. And my family knows my decision to be an organ donor. If anything were to happen to me, they know what I would want to happen. And that's why it's good to make a decision and then talk to your family about it. When Jordan was on life support, she was paralyzed from her nose down. She couldn't speak, she couldn't breathe. But because she'd had a conversation with her family before all of this happened, they knew that she would want to be a donor. So just even though she couldn't speak for herself, they knew what she would want to do. And there are also things that you can do while you're alive. You can donate blood pretty regularly, and you can save up to 4 people's lives by donating blood one time. And then there's also a bone marrow registry where you have to be 18 to go onto that list, but I'm on that list, so I could get a call any day with someone who needs a bone marrow transplant to live, and I could go into the hospital, have a quick procedure, donate my bone marrow, and save someone's life. And I also hope to donate a kidney someday as a live kidney donor. This all has just changed my life and my perspective, and I'm very passionate about it now, so it's just really important to make that decision and then talk to your families. Thanks.